5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Spring is here, and the shopping list is long. Time to make a Lowe's run. Buy 3 bags, get 3 free of Stay Green 1 cubic foot garden soil. Plus, right now, members can earn 4 times the points on an eligible purchase. Start spring off strong with these deals and more. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 3/25 while supplies last. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change. Point boosters subject to exclusions and more terms apply. One-time only offer.
Hello and welcome to I Talk to Ghosts. I'm your haunted host, Jennifer, and thank you for joining me tonight in my spirit parlor. Tonight, I want to talk about a really fun topic that holds a lot of interest with me. I love divination and scrying work, and tonight I want to talk about one of the more quiet yet powerful divination tools, pendulums. Pendulums often get reduced to yes or no toys, but they are part of a much older and richer tradition of scrying tools, objects that are designed to help us listen. They don't give us answers from nowhere. They respond to energy already in motion. Before we go deep into pendulum work, let's step back for a moment. Scrying tools are a form of personal magic because of how they help us focus awareness. Historically, humans have used mirrors, bowls of water, smoke, flame, bones, stones, and crystal spheres as reflective surfaces for intuition. These tools act as interfaces between conscious thought and subconscious knowing. Some common scrying tools include mirrors or black mirrors, crystal balls, water bowls, tarot and oracle cards, runes, and pendulums. All of these do the same essential thing. They slow the mind enough for subtle information to rise and be known. A pendulum is simply one of the most accessible ways to do this because it responds directly to micro movements, energy shifts, and intention. So what is a pendulum and what is it not? A pendulum can be used to speak to spirit, to answer questions for you, or your higher self, but it's definitely not something to hand authority over to. A pendulum is a feedback system. It translates subtle energetic responses, your intuition, nervous system, and energetic field into visible motion. Think of it as a translator between the unseen and the physical. So let's talk about choosing a pendulum. Here's the good news. There is no wrong pendulum. Some things to consider when choosing one is the material. Crystal pendulums amplify specific energetic qualities. Metal pendulums are neutral and precise. Wood or stone pendulums feel grounded and earthy, and handmade pendulums often carry strong personal resonance. Consider the weight and shape as well. Heavier pendulums swing more steadily. Lighter ones are a lot more sensitive, and pointed shapes feel direct. Rounded shapes feel more receptive. The most important rule: choose the one that feels like it wants to work with you. If you're drawn to it repeatedly, that's enough. Let's talk about cleansing and dedicating your pendulum and why that matters. Before you begin working regularly, it's important to cleanse and dedicate your pendulum. For cleansing, your pendulum may have passed through many hands, many environments, or emotional states. Cleansing clears residual energy noise so your readings start from a neutral place. Simple cleansing methods include smoke from incense or herbs. You can cleanse your pendulum in moonlight. You can use sound, such as bells or singing bowls, or simple visualization. There's no need to overdo it. Intention matters more than method. After cleansing your pendulum, you should dedicate it. Dedication sets boundaries. You might say something like, I dedicate this pendulum for clear, grounded, and honest communication in alignment with my highest good. This tells your subconsciousness and your energy how this tool is meant to be used. From there, start building a relationship with your pendulum. Before asking questions, you need a shared language. Learn its signals. Hold the pendulum comfortably and ask, show me yes, show me no, show me maybe, and show me unknown. Let the pendulum move however it wants. Don't correct it. Don't assume circles mean yes and lines mean no. Every pendulum user pairing is different. From there, practice neutral questions. Start with questions you already know the answer to. Is my name Jennifer? Am I sitting down? Is today Tuesday? This builds trust and steadiness. You'll start to feel an energy connection to working with your pendulum. You'll know the difference between random movement and movement that seems very intentional, and you'll feel the energy flow through it. Have patience with this. The first time you hold a pendulum and start working with it, you might feel a little silly. You might feel like, hey, is this going to work? Kind of like any relationship where you're trying to check things out. But I promise you, keep coming back for short little periods of time and practice and see how your relationship with your pendulum evolves and changes. It's really interesting work. So here's some tips for steady, clear pendulum work. You can rest your elbow on a surface to reduce tension. You can breathe slowly before asking questions. Ask one question at a time and give that question room to breathe, and just see if your pendulum kind of needs to warm up a little bit. Avoid emotionally charged questions at first. And if movement feels chaotic, just pause and reset. A pendulum works best when your nervous system is calm, not when you're seeking reassurance or control. Next, I want to talk about closing a pendulum session. Closing is often overlooked, but it matters. When you're finished, thank your pendulum. Gently still its motion with your hand. Take a breath and mentally close the channel. And you might say, this session is complete. Thank you. This keeps your practice clean and intentional. And with storing your pendulum, store your pendulum in a way that feels respectful. Options include a small pouch or a box. You can wrap it in a natural fabric or put it on your altar or personal shelf. Just avoid tossing it into a drawer where it can tangle or absorb chaotic energy. And don't feel like you have to run to a metaphysical store and buy a pendulum. You can make your own. I think handmade pendulums become more accurate because of their personal connection to you. You can get creative and make your own with a ring on a chain, especially if this ring has a special meaning for you. You can use a key. You can use a bead or a charm, or a crystal tied with string, or any small found object that feels meaningful to you. There are crystals and stones that work beautifully as pendulums, and you can work with the different properties of these crystals and stones depending upon what intention you're going for. For example, clear quartz offers clarity and amplification. Amethyst. I personally have an amethyst pendulum that I work with. Amethyst is great for intuition and spiritual insight. Black tourmaline is grounding and protective. Labradorite works with intuition and hidden knowledge. Rose quartz, that's another lovely one for emotional clarity and heart-based questions. Then, of course, obsidian for truth and shadow work. Again, choose stones that match the type of questions or the type of work you are hoping to vibe and mingle with. So pendulum work isn't necessarily about predicting the future. It's about learning to listen to yourself, to your subconsciousness, to your intuition for subtle cues, to listen for the quiet yes or no that already lives inside of you. Your pendulum physically doesn't replace your intuition. It teaches you how to trust it. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation about pendulums this evening. If tonight's episode stirred something in you and you'd like to explore pendulum work more deeply, you'll find a guided exercise waiting for you on my Patreon, ready for when the moment feels right. This is a guided meditation of sorts to help guide you through those first moments of pendulum work. You can visit my Patreon at patreon.com/italktoghosts. Until next time, keep your questions curious, your energy grounded, and I want you to know my spirit parlor doors are always open for you. Take care.
This episode is brought to you by Intuit QuickBooks Bill Pay. Growth is the goal, but the paperwork is a trap. If your accounts payable feels like a second job, you're doing it wrong. Enter QuickBooks Bill Pay. Reduce manual data entry, automate your approvals, and track 1099s in one place. No more chasing signatures. No more spreadsheet headaches. Just control over your cash flow and a back office that actually scales. Automate your accounts payable today at quickbooks.com/billpay. Terms apply. Money movement services are provided by Intuit Payments, Inc., licensed as a money transmitter by the New York State Department of Financial Services.